All is one reflections. I hope everybody is well. I am just sending a few more announcements just to make sure everything is everything. I gave everybody a little bit extra time because it's Sunday, so reset day, getting everything together, right? How is everybody doing? How is everybody feeling? Talk to me. What's up? What's up? Today, guys, we are going to dive a little bit deep into perseverance. Y'all know we just got done with the eclipse. It's a lot of energy, a lot of things are happening, but we know as chosen people, the royal priesthood, we have to maintain a certain character. We know that character to be known as Iwapele, aka good character. We know that in our studies and endeavors within priesthood, that it doesn't necessarily excuse us from life. It just gives us the tools and technology to achieve it, right? It gives us the tools and technology to go through life in an aligning way, in a more efficient way, in a way that helps us build character the way that our Ori intended, right? What's important that while we are on this journey, on this mission, that we just keep going, right? In the words of Dory, just keep swimming. It's important to keep swimming, to keep going, one, because life doesn't stop. And like I said, no matter your studies, your elevation, it doesn't excuse you from life. Life still happens. We must always make sure, like I said, we maintain that character. But how does that really develop? First, well, not only how is it developed, how do you maintain it? How do you cultivate it in those times where life be kicking your ass, where you literally just want to give up, where you don't even want to teach class because you had a family emergency, but you got to keep going? Things like that. So you understand what your purpose is. So you understand how not only you can be a blessing to somebody else, but doing what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. And obviously that looks different from everyone and everything. And most times you just gotta understand, like I said, understand your journey, understand your purpose, and understanding who you are. Understanding who you are also means understanding your support system, your environment, and the things that allow you to keep going, the things that allow you to elevate, right? So, like I said, we will be talking about perseverance, what that looks like, what that feels like, what that really is. Okay. So, get your Bibles. Also, we will be doing our church hurt removal soon, okay? Sometime late summer, early fall. Y'all gonna need a Bible now. It will be best if you have somebody sign it. a mother. It could be your godmother, whether it be biological, meaning your parents gave it to you, or spiritual. Y'all know what a spiritual godmother is. It can be a maternal elder in any type of way. It can be a grandmother. It could be your own mother. It just needs to be a mother that has a connection to you, that not only is divine and in alignment, but helps you understand your mission in an ancestral and productive way. Okay. So first, let's dive in. Okay. So like I said, being a royal priesthood, a chosen people, it doesn't really excuse you from life and everything that has to come with it. Make sure that you understand the tools and technology that you are given within your studies and as you advance, so you can maintain that alignment. Now, if you don't know how to use the tools and technology, guess what? I have a whole series literally dedicated to that. It's called Understanding Tools and Technology. I already went through roots and herbs. I already went through oil foundations. I already did mojo bags, amulets. Up next this month is the prayer and petition one. Okay. So go ahead, sign up, register for that. The link is in the description. All is one. The link is in the description, and we will be talking about how to pray efficiently and effectively, and how to get the things that you actually want and need, and the petitions to help support that, right? So that class is later this month. So like I said, if you don't understand how to use tools and technology, ride with me. I got you. That's why I'm here. And understand your support within your Agungun. And we know our Agungun are our most beloved, our most elevated, our most ancestors that help us do what we need to do, right? So with that, we know that also our Agungun provides opportunities not only for alignment, but they provide us resources to help us pop our shit the way that we need to. For example, you are here right now in Bible study, getting the tools that you need so you know what to do to keep going when life is kicking your ass, right? That's a source of alignment. That's a source of a resource. We understand also with also with our gungun, when they give you I'm sorry, y'all, I had to charge my computer up. It was about to die. All is one. Oh yeah, Fabi, Aaliyah. I hope you're well, and I hope you're traveling safely. Okay. We also know that our Agungun also provides a sense of support, a sense of resources that could be provided through other people. That's why it's important to understand the relationships that we are involved in, how we are paying attention to them. If they are not benefiting us in any way, mentally, financially, and financial wealth isn't always physical. It's also how you're feeling in relation to your vibrations, and we'll talk about that later. But just understand how the people in your life, how they are moving with you, towards you, and around you. Okay, so we will be starting out in Isaiah. Okay, I'm not gonna be going book for book this time, but just keep in mind, y'all know that's what I do. So if the spirit leads, that's what it is. Okay, so here we are. We're starting with Isaiah 40. Okay. All right, I'm going to read it all the way through. Okay, and then we'll discuss. Isaiah 40, starting at verse 29. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. You know, grandma and them would say those that wait on the Lord, right? They will renew their strength. And I know we've all heard about this in some capacity in some way. But we're going to break it down the Orisha Hoodoo way so you guys can really understand why it's important to persevere or to endure, right? Because some people like to use it synonymously, just depending on what it is, right? To keep going. So the first thing that we understand is that he gives strength. So he gives strength. The next part is a condition. We know that it's a condition because and is before, right? So he gives strength and he increases the weak. But we must understand energy exchange, right? Spiritual law, physical law, metaphysical law, however you want to categorize it, exists whether you are aware of it or not. So if he is giving us the strength, what are we going to be giving in return? Our weakness, right? Our low vibrational energy, right? We know that great power comes great responsibility. He cannot give you that if you are still in the mindset of not being able to do what you need to do, right? Sometimes we know that we are asking for change, but not really changing. That looks like crying about the same thing over and over again, but not really doing anything about it. That looks like doing the same habits that you know is not serving you or doing you any good, right? That looks like not doing things to advance your bloodline the way that you know you really should be doing it. Sometimes this could look like vices. Sometimes this could look like bad habits. Sometimes it could look like your environment. So if you drinking and smoking all day, not being productive, not really doing what needs to be done, if you are carrying on habits that are not increasing the wealth and the health of your home, if you are surrounding yourself with people and things that are not serving your greatest good and not the way of your ancestors, that's a form of weakness that needs to be given up. That needs to be exchanged for something greater. We see this with the law of correspondence, right? That's the action of repeated patterns through behaviors, through thoughts, through actions. And these patterns start to reflect our reality. We have to understand that with the law of correspondence, we must either expand and evolve or deal with the consequences of disease, disorder, dysfunction, the shit that's not in alignment, right? He says, even the youths grow tired and weary. Even young men stumble and fall. Meaning you're going to mess up. You're not going to get it right every time. There are going to be some times where you just need to sit down and recalibrate. But that's okay. Why? Because you're not giving up. But those that hope in the Lord, those that wait on the Lord, those that do what the Lord say, shall renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, meaning they will elevate, right? They will rise up. When you are elevating, when you are enduring, when you are going through your aspects of perseverance and aligning, you are understanding what your vibration is and what that looks like. That's why I said at the beginning, it's very important to not only know yourself, but understand how you carry the energy and the resources that were provided to you. And if you are using them or using them well. We must understand with the law of vibration also that there's a form of constant movement. Your body itself. Even if you're not doing nothing, your cells are. your organs are working together, making sure that your body is maintaining homeostasis, making sure your blood is circulating, making sure the breath in your lungs is getting the proper reaction that it needs to with the carbon dioxide. Understanding what that means for you specifically within your chakras, right? Physically, metaphysically, spiritually, however you look at it, everything matters because it's matter, literally. Think about that. If that makes sense, go ahead and drop a yellow heart. Because I really want to make sure that you guys are with me and that I'm not moving too fast and that y'all are understanding where I'm really going with this. All is one. Just drop the yellow hearts if you feel me, if you feel me. Also, if you need help understanding what it means to hone your own vibration, Priestess Anansi, she has a whole library of vibration courses on her, where is it? It's on her site on learnorishahoodoo.com. Go there, click her name on the staff page, and you'll find everything that you need. Oh, okay. I see yellow hearts, so I'm going to keep going. Perfect. So, also understanding the concept of change with vibration and understanding what that carries, okay? When you have the concept of change, you are willing to behave, act, and think like the conditions that you like to experience. So if you want to experience luxury, you are acting luxury. Yes! Let me go ahead and put this up here. Yes, everything matters. Because everything is matter. And listen, y'all know I'm getting my doctorate in natural medicine with a concentration in metaphysics. So when I'm really getting these studies, I'm looking at it from every point of view. And I'm glad Ia knows, my mama knows, okay? So when you are going through your concept of change, when understanding what your vibration is, how it carries, what it looks like, we must understand that you have to challenge yourself to do better. When I first started my studies in this point of view, the 4 agreements was actually recommended by Ia, was something that we needed to really study and understand. One of them, the agreements, is to always do your best, right? Sometimes with that, your day-to-day is going to look different because life is different. But you have to make sure, as the chosen people, as a royal priesthood, that you are at least doing 1% better than you did yesterday. Okay? That you are at least being integral, that you were at least speaking, doing, and acting like what you want to experience, like I already said, because that goes with the law of change, that goes with the aspect of understanding your vibration, because that's needed to persevere, because you cannot keep going. You can't keep swimming in the mindset or the actions that have put you in the situation. That could be due to misalignment. That could be due to just change that needs to occur. It's Oshay, Shango, and Oya. Every Oshay, Shango, and Oya, I pray to not only have my fear transmitted to courage, because that's a law, but also that any resistance that I have to the positive transformation that's occurring, that be released, which is also a law. And that prayer is a law. I'm going to teach that to y'all in a couple weeks when I got that prayer class, okay? So just get with me, okay? Understanding law is important because, like I said, it affects you whether you realize it or not, but also understanding its effect on life, okay? All is one, priestess. Okay, moving on to the law of attraction. Because, like we said, do what you want, but make sure what you're doing is effective to actually what you want in your life. Okay? Okay. So now we are going to talk about what that reflective energy actually looks like. I said I wasn't going to go book for book, but I couldn't help myself, I guess. I forgot. I really thought we was going to be staying in Isaiah, but I forgot a reference that I needed to say. And that reference is in Romans, okay? This is I'm sorry, not Romans. This one is in 2 Corinthians 6:17. Come out from them and be ye separate from which is unclean. We are approaching the new moon. We know that we must be clean so we can experience what we have prayed for, what we've been working for. You must remove yourself from things that are not in alignment with you. And like I've been saying this whole time, regardless of the things that are going outside, if your inside is not together, then it's not going to work. The math won't math. It is. It is. And we have to really understand what that means and why. As a royal priesthood, a chosen people, the laws that were set for us, the Iwa Pele that we must have, right? Okay. The last point I want to make before we do the divination is understanding how when you persevere, it's a blessing. Because it's part of the endurance, it's part of the character building, right? You got to understand, your Ori, everything that you're going through, your Ori, she chose that. Because that was the way that you were going to pop your shit off in this round, okay? So whatever she chose, you got to endure it in a way that makes sense. How do you do that? First of all, like I said, understanding what you are persevering by, one, who you are, two, your vibration, and what needs to be released, what needs to stay, and what needs to be realigned, okay? Also being grateful and thankful in all things. Easiest way to raise up vibration, easy way to put some deposits into the ancestral treasury, okay? An acknowledgement of understanding, like I said, who you are, what you came to do, your purpose. Now we're in Romans, okay? Romans 5:6 says, not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the glory and Spirit who has been given to us. Okay? What does that mean? When you endure, you maintain your Iwa Pele, that requirement of a royal priesthood, right? When you get your Iwa Pele, then you get your hope. The things you've been working and praying for, your blessings that you've been working your ass off, right? And then understanding that hope in general has the desires for the fulfillment to be maintained. Understanding that hope is actually a building block to your faith. And you can't even get your faith if you don't have a solid relationship with your ancestors anyways. Because like I told y'all at the beginning, your ancestors, your Gungun, your fiercest protectors, first line of defense, the ones who will really go to war for you, the ones providing the resources so not only you but your bloodline can really pop their shit the way that you need to. Understanding that relationship, so you know no matter what, I'm good because they got me. And because they got me, I got me too. So I can keep going. no matter what. And above all, we know that faith without works is what? Dead. Okay. As hell. And we understand that with work comes the cultivation needed to venerate, needed to maintain. We have to work because that's part of understanding what needs to be done. If you guys can take anything else from the sermon, I want y'all to take away this verse, which summarizes everything well. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. In other words, just keep going. His blessings is on the other side. Your character will be built, your bloodline will be strengthened, and you will get everything that you were promised. Okay? That concludes the sermon portion of Riverbank Revelations. Now I will start to ask the questions for our community. These can be in relation to our community as a whole. They can be personal questions. Just let me know. I got my bones with me. I will set up right now, switch the camera, go ahead and ask the questions, whatever you guys need to ask, all right? And I'm going to set it up now. If you guys don't have any questions, just put a yellow heart, and I will just ask general questions for the collective. Okay. Before I ask a question, I see a question in the chat. Before I ask, I'm going to ask if there's anything else we need to make sure. If there's anything else that we need to make note of as we endure perseverance, not only for this week as we enter the 5th month of the new year, but also during the remainder of the season, okay? Because we are wrapping up springtime, y'all. So, okay, y'all. starting out at the bottom, we need to understand that we need to move when they say move. When we have the ox still present, it is a notification that BS might be present, but remember, we have to hold ourselves to a certain standard. To a certain standard also means being understanding of what we need to accomplish, and that can be realigned with our values, specifically with our values of our destiny, of our purpose. With this strength, with this understanding that we need to keep moving, also has the understanding that this is the perfect opportunity. Not only is this the perfect opportunity to grow, but also the perfect opportunity to understand who we are as a people, understand who we are as ones that just need to move on, right? We also see that there is going to be a need for reflection, and this is a perfect opportunity to do so. The mirror is flipped over, so that means that there will be an intense need for not only shadow work within selves, but also shadow work on understanding why do you feel like you can't move on? Why do you feel like you can't get what you really desire? That's actually going to be a shadow work prompt for somebody. Because as you can see here, there's literally nothing right here. We must understand that we should remain steadfast and focused to the opportunity at hand, which includes but not limited to understanding the relationship that we have with our gungun and bringing attention to that. In conclusion, the best way that we can maintain perseverance within our gungun is to understand to move when they say be move, and understand that we will be supported in it. Understand the opportunity to self-reflect, to understand what is really desired, and to also build and maintain our prayer life through strengthening our relationship and bringing attention to that. Okay, I see a question in the chat. If there's another question, go ahead and ask that now. Remember, if you were touched by the sermon in any type of way, you may send a love offering. I also have classes coming up, and I have new classes uploaded on my site. Yes, change is inevitable. All right, guys, go ahead to make sure to ask your questions right now, and I will ask Sasha's question. What is my biggest obstacle right now? What is the biggest Okay. Right now, your biggest obstacle is understanding the current opportunity that you have to release things that are hidden. Some of these things you were holding on to because you felt like they mattered, that they carried a sort of wealth, a sort of value. But it was just something to bring you down that didn't really serve anything to you. You must understand that during this obstacle, it's okay to speak up, because this will help understand your alignment. It's important to understand that your voice matters, but understanding what you say and how you say matters more. This will be giving you the ability to unlock the next chapter in your life. Again, as stated before, you cannot bullshit this opportunity that's present, because with this obstacle, like I said, it will allow you for a sense of alignment, but you must be able to speak up in order for you to get it. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, go ahead and put in the chat. If you need some clarity, go ahead and ask that as well. While you do that, I will check the chat to see if I have any more questions. I still have a little bit of time left. Okay, I don't see any questions, so I guess I'll just ask for the collective. As we enter this new moon, as we enter this 5th month of the year, what are the aspects that we need to keep in mind? I'm asking this because we already know how we are supposed to move in relation to perseverance. But just in case there is something else needed, that's why I'm asking. That's why we're here at the Riverbank, right? I'm just moving this up just so you guys can see it. But it was the thimble right next to the wishbone, meaning that there is something that there's going to be desires that are going to manifest during this new moon, but it needs to be protected. Basically, step protection game up. You can do this easily by prayer. Prayer is the easy way to do that. You can do this by actually doing work. Priestess Omo Soleil has a bunch of protection workings on her site. You can go to those as well. And also just general intention. Practically speaking, don't talk yourself out of your blessing. Like I said, maintain your environment, know who your environment is, as well as understanding that not everything needs to be shared. Okay. Moving up, we need to make sure that we are balanced. This is the bottom spine of it's the bottom spine of a fish. Okay. So we need to make sure that we are not only aligned, but maintaining alignment through all things. This can be done through not only releasing what doesn't serve us, but make sure that we are moving how we are supposed to be moved, as stated when talking about our perseverance, right? Mostly speaking, this can be done with root chakra work, root chakra meditation, root chakra alignment in all aspects. With chakra work in general, you're supposed to be starting at the root, okay? And this needs to be this is a main concern of the ancestors at that time, specifically because of how it fell and its relation to the bell, meaning it's something that we really need to bring attention to. Within our root chakra work, we need to make sure that, again, releasing bullshit that doesn't serve in every aspect, moving how we need to move, but also understanding our support within the resources provided, and, again, moving. They're really concerned about our movement, how we're moving and how we're not moving. Not doing anything is an action. Not doing anything is an action. All of these ancestor bones here, from the wishbone to the fish spine, right? The root of that, the oxtail, the neck bone, the crab leg, they're all telling us to be cautious of how we're moving. So please make sure that you are moving in a way that's not only aligning to you, but also in alignment with your destiny, with your ancestors. Okay, reflections, that concludes this episode of Riverbank Revelations. I want to thank you for walking with me, for being here with me, and for helping us grow and heal as a community, as our ancestors intended. Next time I will see you guys will be in class. We are talking about prayers and petitions, how to craft them effectively and efficiently to get what we want, okay? Remember, everything is okay with Dr. OK. You can find me and anything you need from me in the link in the descriptions below, okay? Remember, if this blessed you in any type of way, please feel free to share, okay? Via money, Cash App, you see the tag, or just on any of the Facebook or Discord pages. Make sure you tag me, hashtag TheeSoulDoktor. All right, remember that. I love you. You are well. Everything will always be okay. And until next time, peace like the river.